went so personal.
Oh,
so
shit.
like I did childhood experiences, marrying, everything.
And then if you're passionate about helping your society, then they are passionate about helping you.
Yeah,
Before we go, tell us the ideal candidate for the Commonwealth scholarship.
The ideal candidate for the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship.
Look at the camera. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kuz, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. As you are aware, Grace had already been here in the other video, the very first Commonwealth Shared Scholarship video, so we're not going to take so much time to introduce her. If you want to know who she is, you should go and watch that video, but by all means, she's someone that you should listen to. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the entire application process for Commonwealth Shared Scholarship. So if you want to become a Commonwealth Shared Scholar, you definitely do need to keep watching. Thank you so much, Grace, for coming back and talk to us about the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship. So what is the application process like? So this time around, you're going to tell us how to access the application, what is in the application, the questions, how to answer, submitting, what happens after submitting, and just everything about it.
Okay guys, so the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship, like we said in the last video, it's a partnership between Commonwealth and the institution, that's the partnering institution. So you apply to Commonwealth and apply to the school. But like I said in the last video, you don't have the liberty of choices to, choose your school or your institution. The shared scholarship has a list of schools and the corresponding courses. And usually, because it's a development impact scholarship, the courses are towards development, international development in different fields. So that's the peculiarity of the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship.
I know they have courses like peace and conflict resolution, health, human rights, and anything development.
So actually there are different
development impact areas. I think there are 6.
Yes, there are
6 core development impact areas, and your course has to fall into either of the 6.
Yes. Back to the application. The first thing you do is access the website. The link is below
in the description in this video.
So access the website. You get to read about the overview of the scholarship, the partnering institution, the courses that are available. So you get all those preliminary information that will guide your application. So that's the first thing you need to do. And when you get to the website, you see applicants from different countries, and you choose your country. So for example, if you're from Pakistan, you pick Pakistan. If you're from Nigeria, you go for Nigeria. And when you click on your country, it will open up the page
the application page,
and then you see click to apply.
And
so it's just basic.
So easy.
The website, she'll put it as usual. She's so kind. So when you get started with your application, everything is done on the website. So it's not like you have to go back and forth, and you can do either of them, starting with Commonwealth application, or you start with
the
applying
university,
to the university for that course.
So either one is fine.
It's fine. But first off, information, know the course. Don't go and waste time applying to irrelevant places that is not captured in Commonwealth Shared Scholarship.
So when you're done gathering your information on the website that's going to be displayed on this screen, you have 2 applications to make: to the institution that is going to fund part of the scholarship, and to Commonwealth as well. So you have 2 applications. So like in the last video, Grace said she had applied to 7 institutions. That means it was 14 applications. 7 applications to Commonwealth, 7 applications to institution. So that's what you're going to do. So you choose which one you want to do first, whether it is a scholarship or the institution application that you want to do first.
Yes, but I usually advise start with the application
for the scholarship. Because it's long.
Start with the application.
When you are able to answer all the questions in the scholarship application, then the school application will be something like just a walkover for you.
So just start, and then I'm not saying start and finish. Start with Commonwealth. go back to your school, apply, because usually you put your reference number from your application
for the Commonwealth
there.
Okay.
Yes, so there's a reference number to show that you've applied to this school and to Commonwealth.
Oh, okay, that's nice. See, for a fact, I applied to Commonwealth shit, and it scares me till today. That application was a terror. But we're not here to scare you. That's why Grace is here to simplify everything, because I don't think I spoke to any former scholar before I made the application.
Oh yeah.
So that's why things were a bit difficult for me. But because she's here, she's gonna help you guys simplify the questions and how you should go about it. So tell us about the essay questions in this application.
Yeah, so the essays, like I said, they're like 13. But before we get to the essays, they'll ask you normal preliminary biodata, your past experiences, your institution, grade,
your work experience.
Yes, your work experience. They usually ask if you have publications. So you are allowed to put a link if you've published a work, or you've presented in a conference. You can just briefly talk about it. You'll be asked about your awards, so any awards that you've gotten before. So for me, I just put my awards and everything, and then I had like a published paper, not like published in a journal, but I presented at a conference, so I added it there. So you can just basically put anything that puts you out there, anything that stands you out as a viable candidate. So your awards, they are needed.
Very necessary.
Yeah. And after you've done that, you'll be asked to provide details of your referees. So you put,
how many referees?
3.
3 referees.
Yes, but it's only 2 that is required to give feedback, minimum of 2.
Okay.
But you have
in the form,
in the form you put 3
names.
So in case anything happens and you can't get one person to respond,
the other 2 will be fine.
So
like she had mentioned in the very first videos, in the application you only supply the names of your referees, which according to her is 3, and then it is only when you are nominated by the institution and by Commonwealth that you will be required to upload your reference letter. So that is it. In
the course of your application, on the form, you will see that they would require you to put your area of development, like where you want to, your impact area, especially using the SDGs. So if you don't know what SDG is, or here is your case. So yeah, it's in line with the SDGs.
That's Sustainable Development Goals.
Yeah, thank you. You have to select 3. So you have to know exactly I think anything you want to do in life, you can find it embedded in the Sustainable Development Goals.
Exactly.
So for me, that was a nutritionist, I went for good health and well-being, zero hunger, and then partnership for the goals. So it's very important, what you pick as your area of development impact, because they want to be sure that you are passionate about something that matters to the world, to your community, to your country. You have the heart for something, and your choice of impact will show you if you're, imagine you go and put zero hunger and what you're applying for is insecurity and peace.
I remember when I was doing my application, my area, because I chose a course for peace and conflict resolution, so my development impact areas, the SDG goal was SDG goal 16, which has always been my go-to. Access to justice, equality and security, and then I also added economic development, because the way I explained it, anyways, I'm not going to tell you how I answered my question, because if I knew how to answer very well, I would have made a Commonwealth share scholar by today. So any person that knows how to answer, tell us.
Yeah, so your focus area is very important. So pick the 3 SDGs that are most relatable to your cause, to what you want to do, because everything is going to be built around it. So the first essay that you'll get to write is your development impact 1. And the development impact 1 is just talking about who you are, what problem you want to solve, a developmental problem that you want to talk about. Why is this important? Why are you picking this area? So for me, I focused on malnutrition and solving the problems of malnutrition. And like I said, I went for good health and well-being, zero hunger, so everything was tied.
I need you to talk about this your course, because not a lot of people know about nutrition and dietetics in Nigeria. So just give us brief, so tell us a brief about your course and how you were able to tie it around that.
Yeah, so okay, I studied human nutrition and dietetics from University of Ibadan, and one common response I get from people when I tell them what I studied is it not food? But trust me, nutrition is bigger than food. That, it's multifactorial, multisectorial. It involves a lot of areas, and it's not just food. You have health, economics, policy, different areas are embedded in nutrition. And like we all know, nutrition is a global issue.
Yeah,
and that's why
in Nigeria, children. I know your research, the one you presented the paper on.
Yes, it was on double burden of malnutrition in my state, Benue State, Nigeria. So nutrition is a big deal. Trust me, not because I'm a nutritionist. It's a big deal, and that is why Commonwealth is one of the key focal areas that you see courses relating to nutrition. You see it on the website because it's a developmental problem across the world. Globally, nationally, in Africa, in the village, anywhere you are, nutrition is a big deal. So yeah,
and most of the diseases people experience in our country is because of our diet. Oh my god. Actually, Grace, she's a consultant, she's a nutrition consultant. So if you have any nutritional needs, you can consult her. She works with doctors as well. I'm not going to say too much. Visit her. I'm going to drop her website in this video, and also her Evolve with Grace podcast. You should listen to it. There's so much content. Oh my god. Okay, let's go ahead with the
essay. So yeah, development impact 1, talking about a developmental problem that you want to address. Why is this problem important? They don't want you to say too much here, so just give an overview of the magnitude of the problem, why it's of importance, and why you want to explore this area. Simple.
And each of these questions have word limit.
Yes,
right?
They have word limit.
So you have to
write within. In fact, if you write beyond the word limit, it's there. Since the application is done online, you will not even proceed.
It will cut off.
Yes, it will cut off. So that's it. So you have to work within the word limit. Then the second is development impact 2. Now you've told us this is the issue
problem.
In the context that you've picked it. If your focus is in Nigeria or in Africa, in the world, how do you want to make this happen when you return? What are your short?
So tell us about how you did it. What was your focus? Was it Benue or Nigeria?
Yeah, it was in Nigeria. So I told them, okay, when I come back, I intend to focus on policy, because the problem of malnutrition is systemic. It's not just individualized, and lack of policy issues around nutrition in Nigeria is a big deal. So that's the area I want to explore when I come back to the country. So it's just like a short snapshot of what you intend to do when you come back. That's too long.
In the first one, development impact 1, you had identified the problem. Development impact 2, how you want to solve the problem using the knowledge that you're going to acquire. I'm letting you.
Yeah, so how you want to solve this problem when you come back, and what are the groups you want to focus on.
Okay.
So it's very important that okay, who are your target population?
Exactly.
Let's just put it like that. So you can't just say I'm coming to Nigeria to solve whose problem.
You cannot say I want to solve the hunger, the nutrition problem in Nigeria.
How? Who are you? How did you want to solve? Only you want to solve. So you have to be very real.
Yeah.
Be realistic. In terms of your focus, and
streamline
know what you
goals.
can. Yes, streamline it to the point. Be focused, be specific. So you can tell them
points.
The nutrition problems are a lot. So for me, I had to just say, okay, mother and child, because they are vulnerable groups.
Yeah.
So you can decide to say, I want to focus on pregnant women or something. So you have to be very specific. You cannot solve the problem of nutrition in Nigeria. So that's what they want to know in the development impact too.
So nice. If you guys are enjoying this content, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Appreciate Grace, and let me know in the comment section if you want me to keep doing this, because these people go out of their way just to deliver this content. So the only way you can appreciate is to like, share, and comment. And if you're yet to subscribe to this channel and you're watching this video right now, I don't know what you're waiting for.
I don't know what you're waiting for, really. So subscribe and follow.
Yeah, thank you.
So the third development impact statement that you have to write is about how you will know that your impact. How do you measure your impact?
That's like
like it's deep.
That's like monitoring and evaluation.
Yes. How do you want to evaluate? So after all this story you said, and this is what the problem, this is how you want to solve it, this is your target population. How will you know
that what you have
done
is solving the problem?
Yeah. So it's an evaluation question. You have to know, how do I measure impact?
Yeah.
So what do you expect? So for me, I said I expected that there will be a paradigm shift first in the way nutrition is perceived through my work with Impact Nutrition Africa. So I work with INA. It's an organization that we co-founded. I and some professionals, we work in public health. So I had to chip in there so that they can know that this is practical. I'm not just saying I will know just like that.
This actually shows that you're already doing something in that field. So I usually tell people, wherever you are today, start doing something. Don't just wake up and come and write lofty ideas. Oh, this is what I want to do. What are you doing where you are? She co-founded a group, Impact Nutrition Africa. If you visit their website, you would see so many things going on. I have seen the things that you did right from uni. So these are the kind of things that when you show that, oh, this is what I plan to do, they can trace you back to see that you have been doing this. And if you were on your own doing this, it means when we empower you, you are going to be more productive. You are actually going to be more useful to us. So please start doing something where, no matter how small and wherever you are.
Yes, very important. And then try to embed links. So when I mentioned that okay, I intend to partner with Impact Nutrition Africa, where I currently serve as a program manager and the secretary, I put the link to the website. I just put it in brackets so that if they want to verify, they can always click on it.
They would definitely click on it. It's like evidence-based. You can't come and be saying things. Just write the links and then document everything you're doing, no matter how small. Don't think that it's small. Take pictures, put it on social media, use those links and send it to them. Share it in your applications.
On to
the next
Impact 4. Impact 4 is just basically still emphasizing on the key measurable indicators that you use.
How you would show that what you have done is actually bringing about a positive change.
And the next thing is your study outline. They want to know. So when you are doing your masters, what area do you want to focus on your research?
So this means that you must have researched your course, the institution, and see what they are offering, so that you even narrow it.
It means you have to have like an area of research that you want to do. So I talked about the effectiveness of ready-to-use therapeutic foods for the management of severe acute malnutrition.
In children?
Yes, in Nigeria.
Okay, since your focus was already on mother and child.
Yes. So you just have to be strategic. You cannot say in Impact 1, I want to focus on mother and child and in Nigeria. And then in your study research, and not saying in Ghana, you want to go and do it.
Or in youth.
Or youth, or you want to pregnant women. So you have to be really strategic. You have to, everything has to align. So it's really important that you marry all your points and you make sure you're not contradicting yourself.
This is like you trying to justify your course. This is why I chose this course and this is what I want to do. These are the areas I want to focus on, because like now I'm studying international dispute resolution and I know that I couldn't have taken all the courses because there are so many courses in my department.
Of course. So
you have to be able to open the school's website, check the courses they are doing, which one are you interested in under your department, and what area are you going to research on? And she had already identified that even before submitting the application, which is why she's here today.
You can say that again. So you have to know what you are coming in for.
Yeah.
Right now, I can't say that what I put there is what I'm going to do. I don't have a supervisor yet. I just started.
And you don't know if
I don't know if it will be approved. But for the school to have selected me, I'm sure they like the topic, and maybe hopefully when it's time they'll refer me back to my application
Definitely.
and that this is what I wanted to do. So you have to know what you want to do, and not just knowing, a brief like description of the reason why you want to do this study. You know, you have to justify it, and or just very brief. It's not like a proposal, but it's like an abstract, like a mini summation of what topic you want to explore and the reasons why you want to explore.
I know there are still so many other questions. Like she said, over 13
questions.
Like, so right now, she has given you all of this. I think they are very important. I want to believe that if you're interested in making this application, you will go and check it out. And if you start your application on time, you'll be able to assess these questions, and you'll give yourself time to research and give, you know, reasonable answers. Just summarize the other parts of the essays.
Yes. So after giving like an overview of what you want to study and the research you want to carry out, you now give a detailed plan of your study. Not the research now, but like what you want to achieve during the masters, like your personal goals. Like maybe you want to take on writing, you want to get better with critical writing, analytic writing, critical thinking, develop some soft skills. You know, just a detailed plan of what you want to achieve.
Let me give you
how
guys,
you want to develop.
Let me give
yourself.
them expo in this one. Insight into how you can answer this question. When you go to the school's website and you open the course, you know the course is going to give you like outcomes. You know, it's going to, you know, that's going to talk about the name of the course, the university, what you're going to be taught, and what you would learn after studying this course. So if you go there, use the words in that. For instance, if they're saying you're going to come out with analytical skills in so and so areas, use those words, play around the active words and the terms that they are using in the outcome of your course. That's in the school's website, and then you can, you know, walk around that question.
Yeah. So another question you'll be asked is your career plan after 5 years.
That's long-term career.
No, this one is short. This one is just 5 years. So you have to be reasonable with what you want to do.
Yeah.
And an example of what you can include in this session is like going further with your research by taking on a PhD.
It's like this,
very reasonable.
Commonwealth likes research very well.
Like
they like research.
Development, impact, research, contribution. So you have to be sure they put 5 years. So you will not say in 5 years I intend to establish a big nutrition manufacturer. Is it achievable?
Or you will not say that in 5 years I want to make sure that the problem of nutrition
is solved,
is terminated in Nigeria.
You understand? So you have to be smart. Use the smart metrics for measuring your goals. 5 years, what can you achieve in 5 years? Be specific about it. Is it measurable?
Is it
achievable? Is it realistic? And is it time bound? 5 years. So and another question is also your long term. So that you tell them 5 years. So but taking it further, longer term. So what do you plan to achieve with all the knowledge?
So tell us about your long-term career goals. Tell us like an example.
I am shy.
You're not serious.
My long-term career goal, I put that the dietetics practice in Nigeria is very limited. And I intend to, you know, work together with policy and decision-making organizations to create policies that favor better policies that improve the dietetic workforce. And also, personally, I want to have like a mentoring school to mentor, you know, professionals, upcoming professionals in the nutrition, in the industry, you know, giving them practical ways to expand, explore, and take advantage of the resources that they have in order to fight malnutrition. So it's long term, and I know that I can't do it alone. So capacity building was one of my key long term focus. So they get to see that you are not thinking about yourself alone. Knowing the burden of the issue, you are thinking about empowering other people, how to create a better system professionally. You know,
it's not about you alone,
and it's reasonable because in time, when you empower people, you create better working environment for them, and then you mentor them into how to take advantage. Then over time, the problem will be solved.
And of course, and I remember that your nutrition consulting is going to be bigger than that.
Sure. So yeah, that was like my longer term objective. But my short term objective, I told them, it's not possible, for me to round up the whole research area that I picked in just 1 year. So I would like to, delve deeper by doing a PhD. So it's reasonable.
I want to distinguish between this for Commonwealth and for Chivin, because for Chivin scholarship, after your studies, you have to go back to your country for 2 years to, put into practice what you have learned to try to solve the problem. So I wouldn't think taking a PhD immediately as a short-term goal would do it for them for Chivin. But since Commonwealth love research, they probably like that part. So now this shows that depends on the application you are making. There is nothing like one size fits all. You have to tailor your application to the specific needs of the organization.
Sure.
And it's only information that can help you know exactly what this place or what this organization wants from the other ones. Which is why this channel is here, to serve you premium content and valuable information.
Yeah, so the last 2 sessions is a personal statement.
You have to use your personal statement to capture the heart. Even if you couldn't express yourself in any other part, you just have to make it happen. And now, I've already taught you guys how to write your personal statement.
And so storytelling, I really recommend storytelling for your personal statement. Me, I went so personal. Childhood experiences, marrying everything. So I went very personal in such a way that you can trace my passion way back, and see that this is the progress I've made, and this is where I'm going.
Yeah, and then this is where this passion came from.
Yeah,
see?
So it's really
personal statement is your place to be flexible and just express yourself.
Yeah, so finally, you now talk about your voluntary and leadership experience. So this is another long essay. It's very long. The word limit is long.
More than 1,000.
Yes, 1,015.
Wow.
So it's very long, and you have to demonstrate how you've voluntarily. Voluntary experience is really
very
important because it shows that you are not motivated
about yourself
and you're not motivated by just money or what you can benefit. You are giving back
to
even
the
without being paid.
It shows you are so passionate, and then if you're passionate about helping your society, then they are passionate about helping you.
Yeah, so it's very important, voluntary experience. And if you're here, you want to get into Commonwealth Share Scholarship, and you've never done any voluntary work,
you could go and start with Impact Nutrition Africa.
Yes,
to take volunteers. Yes, and then when you're writing your application, you see that you have volunteered for Impact Nutrition Africa, which is co-founded by one past scholar, Commonwealth Share. See, we are not joking here. If you make such an application, they even know that, you even know a past scholar, you even went out of your way. If you say that, you got the information from a past scholar and you decided to take it, and put it into practice, let us leave it here. So talk to us about the document. So I'm going to try to list the documents I know they usually want, and if there's anything that I'm going to omit, please let me know. We have the international passports. So the letters of reference are not at the point of application.
No, they're not.
After you are nominated. So we have your transcripts.
They don't want to stress you.
They don't want to stress you. So we have your transcripts, awards, publications, just degree certificates, obviously. Basically, any other thing?
That's just all. And I want to put that you don't necessarily have to have admission at that time. So nobody's going to ask you to upload an admission letter. Okay, thank you so much. Oh my god, this video is so rich. Please ensure that you make your applications to both Commonwealth and the school, because don't expect that when you apply to school it will automatically cover your Commonwealth and the other way around. So just make sure that you do the right thing at the right time, and make sure you submit your application within the deadline. As much as Commonwealth have, they have their deadline, the schools also have their deadlines, right? Yes. So you must make sure that whatever application you're sending is within this deadline, because for a fact, if you don't submit your applications within the deadline, it's just waste of energy and time.
Waste of time and effort. And on this channel, we don't promote that. We promote smart work. Tell us about the outcome, the final outcome. I know that your school has to nominate you. Commonwealth will then nominate you. So tell us about that final experience. like they already sent you an email that we are considering nominating you.
Yes, by the school.
After that,
so after you get an email from the school, your hopes are high. And trust me, a school that is not intentional about you will not send you an email giving you hopes. So the fact that they've emailed you that they are considering you, it means you have high hopes. And they can send it to more than one, so it doesn't automatically give you the guarantee that you've been selected, because they usually have slots. Like if the person rejected the offer, you'll be considered. So they have like first nominee, second nominee, third nominee.
Do you have an idea how many people are currently scholars in your school? For sure.
For sure. I think I'm sure about 4 people.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I think there are still others. But
so different. So that means different schools have different slots based on their capacity.
Yes,
to
based
sponsor.
on their capacity.
Yeah, because
and then based on the available courses. So for nutrition, I'm the only one I know. I think it was just one slot for my course.
For your course.
So there are different courses. So Sheffield Hallam had slots for different courses. So I think it's 1-1-1. They didn't have too many slots. Some schools just have 1 slot.
Yeah.
Some schools have 2.
Yeah.
Some have 3, 9, depending on their capacity and the number of courses available.
Yeah. So you have to be very intentional. It's very competitive.
It's very competitive.
I know that the school has to confirm you and Commonwealth has to confirm you before you get your final award letter. Tell me how that process. Tell us. Let them know how the process is done.
Okay, so the school has already nominated you, but it doesn't mean you are selected. So Commonwealth will still sit over all the nominated candidates and then pick the final candidate.
So Commonwealth approves.
Yes, they approve it. So the school will bring 3 candidates. This is our first choice, this is the second choice, this is the third choice. And this is important. Like I said, I got two scholarship and I had to reject one. So if they didn't have another candidate on the waiting list, it becomes
somebody
a challenge.
has lost
So they would send you a final email.
Around what time is this? Because I know usually, we have the September start date and the January start date, and at that time of application, you were supposed to be for September start date.
Yes, there's only September usually. It was just COVID.
So when does this final award letter come?
July,
and so you have time the whole of August to do your thing. Before we go, tell us the ideal candidate for the Commonwealth scholarship.
The ideal candidate for the Commonwealth scholarship. So the ideal candidate is passionate, and your passion is not just for you. You must be able to communicate it through writing. Very important. So you're passionate and you've proven yourself over years.
You have
you have a track record from the voluntary and leadership experience, and you've demonstrated that you are capable of thinking and managing academics, like I said in the first video, which is tested through your study outline and a deeper explanation of what you want to delve into when you come, and also financial need.
Oh, you have to demonstrate that you're so passionate, but then you can't embark on these studies without being sponsored.
Support. So,
okay, thank you so much. Before we go, I know that so many people watching this video now would really want to apply. They would probably want to hear from you 1 or 2 last words about what advice you give them if they intend to make this application.
So my advice is that you should start your application as early as possible. Don't procrastinate. You need time. You saw how we're going through. There are a lot of essays, so you cannot crash it. And you have to be intentional about ensuring that there's a flow. So starting early is very important. It helps me. And then seek counsel. Look for past scholars to check through your work and give you 1 or 2. It's very important. And the final thing is your references. Please create a rapport with your referees and make sure they have things that they can write about you. So
you.
it's not the generic, she sounds physically, mentally, emotionally.
No.
That's not it. Someone that knows you, that have seen your work and
doing.
can write something good and detailed about you. It's very important because it's that reference that determines the final outcome.
Wow,
that's the reference that determines the final, that separates the first nominee from the second nominee
from the last man standing.
So yeah, your referee is very important.
Oh, thank you so much for doing this, Grace. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And we have given out so many information, and then if you haven't watched the first part of this video, you should go and watch it because it means you're missing a lot of information. Thank you so much, Grace, for doing this. Guys, if you appreciate this content, if you appreciate Grace, do well to give this video a thumbs up. Share it to people, as many people as possible that can have this opportunity. Don't keep the information to yourself. Also, if you're yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe. All the information that Grace has shared, if you want to check her out, Grace Adji, right?
Yes.
GraceAdji.com. You have a website now.
Yeah, you can access my website through my Instagram handle at Gracella_Oka. It's there.
Yes, I know that all the links to her different pages are there. Our podcast, Impact Nutrition Africa. Oh my God, you are a vibe. You are goals. I want to be like you when I grow up.
I want to be like
you when I grow up. Thank you so much for doing this. Okay, guys, we'll catch you in our next video. Do well to keep watching other videos of mine. Bye-bye.
Bye.